Are you all happy? Are you all ready for our English class? Okay. What did we learn in our previous class? We have learned about two friends, and these two friends were the Zagirdars in the kingdom of Awadh. Who was the king there? Wajid Ali Shah is the king of Awadh. And what is the name of the two friends who are the Zagirdars? Zagirdars, what's the meaning of Zagirdars? Zagirdars are landowners. What's the name of the two friends? Misra Sajid and Mir Roshan. Misra Sajid and Mir Roshan. These two men are Zagirdars under the kingdom of Awadh. Okay, Awadh was ruled by Wajid Ali Shah, and people enjoyed their life. They had no worries. And these Zagirdars, they did not care about the people, and especially the Sajid and Roshan, their main focus or their only focus is to play the chess game. And chess game was invented during 6th century in India. Are you feeling proud? Okay. And these two men are always busy in playing chess game, and only two words they utter from their mouth. What are those two words? Checkmate. What is meant by checkmate? In the chess game, there will be two parts or two teams, right? So here checkmate means they cannot save the king, okay? They cannot save the king. At that particular situation is called as checkmate. The king cannot escape. The king is completely captured. So the situation in which the king cannot escape, and that particular situation is called as checkmate. Okay? So these two men, where they'll fight, they'll argue in between, and they'll fight just a small, and then they'll go back to their home, they'll sleep, they'll forget everything. Again the next day, they'll start their game. So this is the daily routine of Sajid and Roshan. Okay? Their family members, they were advising that please don't do this. It will one day ruin, it will one day spoil the family. Their neighbors also are commenting against this chess game. These two men were addicted to this, right? Okay. So this is what we have seen in the previous class. Okay. Now, take your textbook. Let's see what happened next. Take page number 103. On the other side, the political situation in the kingdom was deteriorating every day. What is meant by deteriorating? Worsening. The political condition of the kingdom was declining or spoiling day by day. The company's forces were advancing upon Lucknow. Company's force. Who is referred as the company here? English East India Company. It was owned by the Britishers. Now India is completely under the control of British rule. Though there are kings who are ruling the particular places, they are under the control of the British rulers. The British rulers actually ruled our country. The kings, they have to pay tax, debts to the Britishers. Okay. So this company refers to English East India Company. Okay. The Britishers, they are about to attack Lucknow. They have almost reached Lucknow. The city was in great turmoil. The city was in great difficulty. There were a lot of problems people have been facing. Okay. Why? There's nobody to care them. There's nobody to protect them. These Jagirdars are not concerning about the subjects. Okay, so these people are suffering and their suffering is increasing day by day. This company, East India Company, I mean the Britishers, they are about to capture Lucknow. People were fleeing to the villages with their families. They are abandoning the villages because they cannot survive under the kingdom of Wajid Ali. So they have to quit, they have to give up their works, their farms, their lands, their house, everything, and they have to move, they have to shift, they have to migrate from this place. Why? Because there is no chances for them to survive there. But our two players were unconcerned. People are moving away from their villages, they are abandoning their villages, their native place. But these Jagirdars, they have no concern towards these people. They came out of their houses, passing through narrow streets, hiding themselves from the eyes of the king's men. These two men, Sajjad and Roshan, they are hiding themselves from the king's men because already king's men, they summoned that Mirza should meet the king. So these two men are hiding themselves, they are escaping because they don't want to meet the king, they don't want to solve the problems of their village. Okay, so they are hiding themselves, they are going through the narrow streets so that nobody can see them. So they are hiding themselves, they are escaping. They are escaping from the responsibilities, from their duties. Okay. Next, one day, both the friends were playing chess, sitting in the decrepit mosque. What is meant by decrepit? Decaying. It's an old, abandoned, deserted mosque, right? So one day, these two men, Sajjad and Roshan, they were playing chess game. Mirza's position was somewhat weak. Mirza's position was somewhat weak. So Sajjad is about to fail in the chess game. Mir Sahib was threatening him with check after check. So this Roshan is dominating here. So his hands are high and are raised other than Sajjad. So Sajjad is about to fail. Okay, but on the other hand, this Roshan, he is dominating and he is repeating the word check and check. In the meantime, they saw the soldiers of the company passing by. It was the Gora army moving towards Lucknow to capture the city. What is meant by Gora? Here in this text, we can find many Hindi words and also many Urdu words. Okay, so Gora means the white people. Okay, the North Indians, they will call these people white men, the Britishers, as Gora. Okay, so these two men, Roshan and Sajjad, they can see army men. English East India Company, the Britishers, they are about to reach Lucknow. It was the Gora army moving towards Lucknow to capture the city. Why these Britishers are reaching, they are coming to Lucknow? They are coming to Lucknow to capture the city. Now, the Lucknow will be under the control of the Britishers completely. Okay, if they arrest the king, if they arrest the king Wajid Ali, then entire Lucknow will be under the control of the Britishers. So now the British army men, they are marching towards Lucknow. Mirza Sahib said, the English army is advancing. God, be kind. So this Mirza, Sajjad is worrying about his kingdom at least a little. Okay, so the Sajjad is worrying about the kingdom and he is saying, God, please save us, because these Britishers, they are about to capture our king, capture our kingdom. Okay, and forces, they are coming nearby Lucknow. God, be kind. Please show your mercy. Mir said, let it come. Check, save your king. But this Roshan has no worry about the king or the kingdom. Okay, so he is saying, let them come. Let them do whatever they want. Now, you please concentrate in your chess game. Now you save your king. Here, the king refers to the king in the chess game, not the king Vajra. Okay? Sajat is worrying about their real king, the king of our Vajra. But Roshan is saying, you please don't worry about that. Let them come, let them do whatever they want. Now you take care or you protect your king in the chess game. Next, let's watch, let's stand in a corner. Again Sajat is saying, wait a minute, let's watch what's going to happen. Do that later. What's the hurry? Check. So this Roshan, he has no concern towards his king, and so he is repeatedly again and again he is saying, now you watch we can watch what's happening there later. Now you look after your game. They have the artillery too. There must be some 5,000 men. Their faces so red. So here he is talking about the British army men. Artillery means large, heavy guns which are often moved on wheels. So these British army men, they are carrying heavy weapons. Okay, large guns. They are carrying everything and they are marching towards Lucknow. One is afraid to look at them. So people who are in Lucknow, the villagers, they feel afraid to look at the face of these British army men. Janab. What is meant by Janab? Janab means sir. Just to give respect, what's the polite word we use? Sir. So, Janab means sir. Don't make excuses. Don't use these russes. Check. What's the meaning of russes? Acts mean to deceive something. Don't try to cheat me. Now look at your game. Play the game properly. Don't look at anything else. Who said? Roshan. You're a strange man. Sajat is saying, you're a strange man. Here the city is in danger. What is in danger? The city. The kingdom of Awadh is in danger. And you're only thinking of check and mate. You're only thinking on the game. Thinking about the chess game. Have you thought how we shall go home if the city is besieged? If the city is surrounded by the army men, how can we go back to our home? How can we survive? Next, we shall see when it is time to go. Here is check and mate. So Sajat is asking, how can we go back to our home? We have to take care of at least our families. So if they capture, if they surround us completely, how can we escape? And this Roshan is again, he is repeating that, let's look about this matter later. Now look at the game. The army marched away. It was 10 o'clock. A new game was set. Now, checkmate. Who won the match? Roshan won the match. And again, they start a new game. Both of them set up another game. It was 3 in the afternoon. Now it's 3 o'clock. This time, Mirza's position was shaky. He is about to fail in all the games. Okay? He has been declining. His level is declining. Okay? The 4 o'clock bell was ringing. As they heard the sound of the army's return. Again the army, they are coming back. Nawab Wajid Ali had been captured, underlined, and the army was escorting him to an unknown destination. So now these army men captured, they arrested the king. Who is the king of Awadh? Wajid Ali Shah. So they captured the king and they are coming back. Now they are taking this Wajid Ali to an unknown destination. He do not know where he is going. Till that moment he was a king. Now he is a prisoner. Okay? There was no commotion in the city and no fighting. Now they arrested the king of Awadh, but there was no war, no fight, no bloodshed. Why? There's no soldiers to fight. They have no courage to fight against the Britishers, and nobody tried to protect the king. So it is the duty of the army men and these Zagirdars, but they have no concern, they have no worries about the king. So no war, no fight, no bloodshed. Without any trial, without any action, this king was captured. Now the king is a prisoner. Then not a drop of blood had been shed. Nowhere the king of a free country would have been captured so quietly without any bloodshed. The king of a vast country like Awadh was being driven away as a prisoner, and the city of Lucknow was sleeping peacefully. Underline these sentences. Here the writer is saying nowhere and in such a big vast country the king was captured without any violence. Silently he was captured by the army men. No bloodshed. Even a drop of blood was shed in the land, on the earth. Okay. So the city of Awadh, the people are all sleeping. Sleeping in the sense not physically they are sleeping. They did not try to save their king. Mirza said, the tyrant have captured Nawab Sahib. So Sajjad is saying, now our king was captured by the British army. Never mind, save your king. So Roshan is saying, never mind, don't worry about that. Now you save your king. In the chess game. Wait a minute, Janab. I can't concentrate at the moment. Poor Nawab Sahib must be shedding tears of blood. So he is saying, Sajjad is saying, our Nawab, our king, he might have shed tears of blood. Wait a minute, I cannot concentrate on the game. He won't enjoy these luxuries there. Check, what a painful situation. That's true. Here, check again. Now it's mate. There's no escape for you. He is worrying only about the chess game. By God, you are so cruel. You are unmoved even after such a great calamity. What is meant by calamity? It is a disaster. Even after such a disaster, you are worrying about the game. You have no pity on the king. Oh, poor Wajid Ali Shah. First you save your own king. Mourn for Wajid Ali Shah later. Here's check and mate. Give me your hand. Here, again he is saying, let's worry about him later. Now, think only of your king. I have captured your king in the game. Checkmate. Okay? How cruel this Roshan as well as Sajjad. Sajjad has concern now at the last moment. Till that he had no concern or worries about his kingdom, his king, his subjects. But now he has a few concerns, right? A little bit. But for this Roshan, nothing. Next, the army marched away with the king as their prisoner. won. Defeat is always painful. Underline, defeat is always painful. Mir said, come on, let us sing an elegy to mourn Nawab Sahib's fall. What is meant by elegy? A poem or song that expresses sadness. So elegy is a poem or a song. It is all about, it expresses the sad emotion. Okay? If somebody passed away or for the death, we will write a poem. Okay? Like a consolation, that is an elegy. Elegy always expresses sad emotion. So this person, this Roshan is saying, let's sing an elegy later for the fall, for the defeat of the king. Now concentrate in the game. But Mirza's loyalty to the king had disappeared with his defeat. He was bent upon taking revenge. Now this Sajjad also forget about the fall or the defeat of the king, the original king, and now he is looking at the game. Okay? Now he failed. Who failed in the game? Sajjad is again he failed. So he wants to take revenge. Who wants to take revenge? The Sajjad wants to take revenge. Because Roshan defeated Sajjad. So he wants to take revenge against Roshan. Mirza had lost 3 successive games and the 4th one too didn't seem to be going his way. He was playing with the determination to win, but each considered move he made somehow went wrong and weakened his position. He tried his level best, but he cannot succeed in the game. His desire for revenge was sharpened with each defeat. So with each defeat, his revenge is sharpening. Okay, his level or the anger or the revenge is increasing as the time goes by. Next, on the other hand, Mir Sahib was bursting into ghazals. What's mean by ghazals? Ghazals means a traditional form of poetry in Urdu language, and teasing Mirza Sahib as if he had unearthed a secret treasure. Mirza Sahib was irritated, but he would utter words of praise for Mir Sahib to overcome his embarrassment. But as his position progressively weakened, he was losing his patience so much so that he was losing control over himself. He feels embarrassed. Who? The Sajjad. He feels shame. Why? This Roshan is teasing him repeatedly. He is mocking. Okay. So this Roshan is repeatedly mocking Sajjad and Sajjad feels embarrassed. Okay. So again and again the Sajjad is trying to praise this Roshan to compensate. But still he is repeatedly teasing Sajjad, and Sajjad wants to take revenge against Roshan. Now don't change your move again and again. What's this? You make a move and then change it. Make your move only once. Don't touch a piece unless you are moving it. You are taking too much time. This is against the rules. If someone takes more than 5 minutes to make a move, he should be treated as the loser. Now you changed your move again. Please put the piece back. Now Sajjad is saying you are doing unlawful things. You are taking too much time to make a move. If a player is taking more than 5 minutes to change, then he will be considered as a loser. Then the chance will go to the next person. But here, this Roshan is taking more time to make moves in the chess game. Mir Sahib's queen was about to be taken. He said, I haven't saying, if you don't let go your peace till eternity, does it mean you haven't moved it? Now, when your queen is being taken, you have started cheating. Now, this Roshan's queen was taken by Sajjad, and so he started to cheat. It's you who is cheating. Winning or losing is by luck. No one wins by cheating. Underline, no one wins by cheating. So, these two friends, they are arguing. Okay, their conversation is very spicy now. Then you have been checkmate in this game. Why have I been checkmate? Okay, then replace the piece in the same square. Why? I won't do it. Again and again they are fighting. They are arguing. Why not? You'll have to. Tempers were rising. Tempers, their anger. Okay, they were rising. Both were unwilling to yield. Then the argument took a different turn. Now they started to discuss about the chess game till now. Now their topic, their conversation differs. It takes another track. Mirza said, you would have known the rules if someone had played the chess in your family. Your ancestors were grass cutters. Underline. How could you learn to play chess? Nobility is something different. One does not become a nobleman just by receiving a jagir. What's meant by jagir? A grant of the public revenues of a district to a person with power to collect and enjoy them and to administer the government in the district. So these jagirdars are the ancestors of Roshan and Sajjad were from a poor background. Maybe they might be the chef in the palace. Okay, they might be the chef or the grass cutters or any other small works they did in the palace, and they were given the lands by the kings, by the rulers, and now they become the jagirdars. So the Sajjad is saying, your ancestors were the grass cutters. How do you know to play the chess game? So he is mocking Roshan. Roshan and Roshan's ancestors also. What? It is your father who must have been a grass cutter. Now this Roshan is saying, no. It might be your ancestors, your grandparents, they might have did this job. Grass cutters. In our family, we have been playing chess for generations. We have been playing this game for generations. This is not a new game for us. This means he is saying that, he is conveying the truth that I am not from a poor background. From the earlier days itself, I am a rich person, rich man. Okay. Your grandparents might be the grass cutters. So this Roshan and Sajjad, they were arguing about their ancestors and their occupation. What? It is your father who must have been a grass cutter. Oh, leave it. You have spent your life working as a cook at Ghaziuddin's. To become a nobleman is no joke. Again this person is saying, okay, he is not a grass cutter, then he might be a cook in the palace of whom? Ghaziuddin. Ghaziuddin is also a king. So he is saying your ancestors might be a cook. They might be a grass cutters or they might be a cook in the palace of Ghaziuddin. So you have no rights. You don't know to play the chess game. Why are you blackening the face of your ancestors? They must have been cooks. Our family has always dined with kings. So the other person is saying, our family members, they ate with the king. You rascatter, don't make tall claims. Hold your tongue. I am not used to listening to this kind of language. If someone I pluck out his eyes. I dare you. You want to test my courage? Alright, let us test each other's to the end. I am not afraid of you. Both the friends drew their swords from their hips. They all carried a sword with them. In ancient days, you might have seen in movies, right? So, they took their swords from their hip and they started to fight. It was the age of chivalry. What's meant by chivalry? Each and every man are familiar with this daggers, swords. They know how to handle the weapons. Everyone was equipped with a sword or a dagger. Both friends were pleasure-loving but no cowards. They had become devoid of political will to fight for the kings. Why should they die for the king? But they were not deficient in personal courage. Both of them fought on and fatally wounded, died writhing in pain. They, who could not spare a single drop of tear for their king, died defending their queens on the chessboard. So these two men, they fight with each other and they died. So the author is saying they did not even shed a single drop of tears for their king Wajid Ali, but while they tried to save the queen in the chess game, they lost their life. It was getting dark. The pieces still lay on the chessboard. It was as if both the kings sitting on their thrones were shedding tears at the death of these warriors. Here the writer is saying, now these two men, they lost their life. They did not even shed a single drop of tears for their king Wajid, but they lost their life to save their queen in the chess game. Now in the evening time, the chess game, that match, everything is there, but the warriors, they were no more. It seems to be the kings are shedding tears for their warriors. Who are the warriors here? Sajid and Roshan are the warriors for the kings who are in the chess game. Okay? Thus they lost their life. So what did you learn from this lesson, students? Too much of anything is good for nothing. Okay? First we should do our responsibilities, do our duties well. Okay? These two men, Sajid and Roshan, they spend most of their time in playing the chess game. They have more responsibilities and duties to fulfill, but they failed to do those duties properly. They have their concern is only on playing the chess game, not on the subject, not on the kingdom. Okay? And finally, they lost their life just because of the game. Okay? That's all. The story, the chess players. So, who are the chess players here? Sajid and Roshan. Okay? They did not care about their king, but they had more concern on the game to save their king and queen in the game. Finally, they lost their life. Students, I hope you all have understood this lesson. See you all in the next class with another topic. Until, take care. Thank you.